Yes, and we are live. Welcome to today's episode of um, Conversations with Segun. My name is Segun Manuel. I'm live here and I'm ready on today's episode to talk to you about everything that you need to know about the conversation that we'll be having today. On today's episode, I'll be talking with my friend and brother, Treasure Kalu. Treasure Kalu is a sales expert and a motivational speaker and also a consultant. He'll be here to tell us innovative techniques to use in selling into this world. And this is what we'll be discussing today on the episode of the program. Just in case you're watching, you've just tuned in now. I see some people online live watching us. Do put a comment and let us know where you're watching from, where you are, and where you're watching. My guest will be right here anytime soon, and he'll be telling us some innovative techniques you can use in selling in today's world, in today's COVID world. He'll be telling us innovative techniques that you can use in sell innovative technique that you can use in selling in today's world. And that's what we want to talk about today on Conversations with Shegun. We'll be conversing about that. And like I told you, the gentleman who's going to be with me today, his name is Treasure Kalu. Treasure Kalu is a sales expert. He's a consultant. There's a whole lot of sides to him. And I've asked him to join us today on the program. But before he comes, I would like to put up a quick advert on I'll put up a quick advert right now, and I hope that you look at it, and by the time the advert is done, hopefully we should have our guest ready with us live. My name is Segun. I'm a business coach, a trainer, and also a motivational speaker. I want to encourage you to subscribe to this channel here or here to get more interesting teachings and trainings as it relates to entrepreneurship in Nigeria, in Africa, anything in business, entrepreneurship, public speaking is my forte. And so subscribe here or here to get more trainings on that in Nigeria. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also click on the notification button so that you can always get our videos as they drop. All you need to do is click on this red button here or here to subscribe directly to my channel, and you get all the trainings from me free of charge. All right, fantastic. I told you that once this advert is over, our guest will be here, and I already have Treasure Kalu in the green room, seated in the green room, waiting to be brought live here to give us and dish to us what it is we need to learn today. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome my guest today, Treasure Kalu.
Hello, Mr. Shego. Good to be with you today. Hello, everybody.
Thank you for being here, Treasure. It's good to see you.
Can you hear
I'm
me?
I'm excited to have you on the line. Yes,
Thank you for
I can
being here,
hear you.
Treasure. It's good to see you. I'm excited to have you on the line. Yes, I can hear you. It's an honor.
Fantastic, fantastic. I just want to ask for our viewers who don't
I
already
just
know,
want to ask for our viewers
Treasure
who don't already know. Treasure
is based in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. And Treasure, I want to ask, how has the COVID-19 affected you guys right there in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State? Has it been like, I know your governor shut down the place sometime. I can't remember exactly now, but how has it been like over there in Uyo?
Uh, well, the state has been on lockdown, even though the lockdown was partially eased last week. Okay, so there's movement from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., but there are no movements outside of the state or into the state. So the borders are still on lockdown. All right. Businesses, most and generally, on a very low key here, so, but we are coping.
All right. So, Treasure, in this COVID-19 season and post-COVID, things will never be the same again. And so the way we do business will not be the same again. The way we communicate, we're communicating live here right now. The way we would buy, the way we would sell will never be the same. And that's why we brought you here to talk about what we need to do going forward, innovative techniques we can have in selling. I want to leave the floor to you immediately because I know there's so much you have to say about selling and how we can get better in this season. Go ahead, Treasure.
All right, thank you for giving me the floor. Let us go. All right, so um, we live in very unique times, you know. There is almost nobody that is alive today that has ever experienced what we are experiencing right now. If there are anyone, maybe few, and they must really be very old. But there is one thing that God has equipped the human race with. It is the ability to navigate challenges. I saw a quote that I loved some time ago. It says that tough times make tough men, and tough men they create good times, and then good times they go further to create weak men, and then weak men they create tough times. So this is not the first time in the human race that the world will be going through a pandemic. In 1918 through 1919, there was a pandemic, and it was very similar to what we are going through right now. Churches were shut down, mosques were shut down, schools were shut down. Somebody sent me a book that I just glanced through about all that happened in 1918. So moving forward, what should we be doing as regards selling? All right. First and foremost, just in my fundamental way of teaching, I like to break things down. I like to take you through the ABC. So let's remind ourselves what selling is. What is selling? All right. In a layman's term, in a very simple term, selling is convincing a prospect that the value that he or she will derive from your product or service far outweigh the money that is going to pay you. Convincing a prospect that the value he would derive from the product or the service that you are offering to him is way above the money that he will pay you. If you understand how to bring this into your sales conversation, you will have very limited price objections. Okay, that is it in a simple term. Selling is a conversation, just the ability to strike a good conversation and to unlock people's needs and then make them realize that the solution to those needs are right with you. What are the tools for selling? You have all it takes to sell. I am always amazed when people say I cannot sell. Uh, I'm a shy person. I'm an introvert. Really? Maybe you have not been hungry enough. If you have been hungry enough, if you have ever been in a desperate situation, you will learn to sell. Let me tell you this, just like driving the car, swimming, selling is a learnable skill. Everybody can learn to sell. Although some people may have a greater tendency for sales than others, but there is nothing that you cannot learn to do, including selling. If you can talk, you can sell. In fact, every one of us, we sell on a daily basis. If you are married, do you know you sold yourself subconsciously to your spouse? Every day you are selling. Okay? So, what are the tools for selling? Amazingly, everything you need to be a salesman, to be an exceptional salesman, is already within you. Number one, you have a phone. If you are listening to me right now, apparently you are watching through a smartphone. It makes absolutely no sense that you are using a phone that costs in the hundreds of thousands and that phone has not replicated itself. The phone I'm using is an Android phone. I bought it 2 years ago, maybe for 70 something thousand naira. I can tell you that this phone has replicated itself at least, say, 5 times the money I've made from this phone. If your phone is not even funding your data on a regular basis, then you are wasting a whole lot of resources. You're on WhatsApp, come on, that's a huge market, over 2 billion users on WhatsApp currently. You're on Facebook, you have a market. So your phone, the contacts on your phone, somebody is in the contact of your phone right now that can pay you at least 1 million naira before the end of next week. I'm telling you. But you need to know how to get across to that person. You need to know how to sell your value proposition to that person. So let me give you a vivid example. Sometime last year, or on a certain month, I set a target of at least 1 million naira revenue for myself. So I started asking myself, who has this money? Who can I sell an idea to that I don't need to talk too much? Once I present it in a good light, the person sees it and the person buys it immediately. All right, so I thought I brought out a sheet of paper and I wrote 10 names and I began to approach these people one by one. In fact, surprisingly, the very first person I approached. Now you must learn when you are selling high-end products, premium products, product that cost in the millions. There's a way to approach it. When you are selling to high net worth individuals, there's a language to speak. So the way I packaged the proposal, I did it in PowerPoints, pictures, explanations, illustrations. I even used a screencast software to present it because the person was not in Nigeria. So I had to present the proposal, do a video of the proposal. I sent it to the person, and the person said, wow. The first thing he said is, I like your attention to details. And the next
Mm,
thing he said was, how much would it cost to execute this project? Once a person asks you how much, know that the person is already in the buying mode, is already in that decision making mode. And I sent the person a quote. To cut the long story short, just within the space of 2 weeks, over 1 million naira hit my account from that person. Simple. So that person was in my contact. At that time, he was not in even in my phone contact. He was just on my Facebook contact. So when the conversation started, he now sent me his phone number and we began to chat on WhatsApp. And I have replicated the system to several people. So your Facebook contact, don't just be there selfieing away. Don't just be there TikToking away. There is a market for you. So everybody can sell. So I've mentioned the first two to selling is your phone and by further implication, the social media. I've mentioned that. Another thing, another tool for selling is your prospecting list. At every point in time, you must have a prospecting list. Those of us who have done network marketing will be more familiar with what a prospecting list
I,
is.
I
It's a
I
list
think we
of
should explain further what a prospecting list means so that people get the.
yeah, yeah, I'm going to that now. So a prospecting list is a list of people that you compile who from your research, from your experience, from your analysis have a high tendency of buying from you. So you sit down, you ask yourself, this product that I have to sell, who are the people that are most likely going to buy from me? Who are the people that have the money? Not you must know that there's a difference between the fans of your product and the customers of your product. The fans of your product are simply the people who like what you do, they admire what you do, they like the product, but they don't have the money. Those people, they are also good in the equation. They can help you to amplify what you said. They can become brand evangelists. Okay, so they are the people who will reshare your post on social media. There are the people who who will repost what you do, who will tell others about you, but at the very moment they may not have the money to make a commitment. Then there are the customers. They are the people who have the money. So you must be able to differentiate between these two people. Most times we spend most of our time marketing to the fans of our product rather than the customers of our product. Most times we are just looking for likes instead of sales. Okay, because I've come to discover that the people who pay us the most, the people who can pay us in the hundreds of thousands and in the millions, they are so busy on social media that they may never comment on your post, they may never like your post, but they are watching you. Always know that somebody whose payments can take your life to the next level is always watching you. He may never, in fact, the people that have paid me the most in my business, they have never commented on my post. They have never liked my post. So if you are judging your
let,
success on
let me
social
let me
media,
judge let me TK, let me share this quick like we say in church testimony. uh, so in doing this over the past few days that I started, you get a few people watching, people watch after. I didn't know some very high network individual was watching, and when he saw it, he did me a message and said, "Please reach me via my email." And he put his email there. I didn't know for Madam that somebody like that was watching, and he said to me, "I've been watching you do this thing every day. I like what you're doing. I want to do something like this. How can you do such for me?" That's business right there.
all right, that is business right there. So people are always watching you. Okay, so that's your prospecting list and intelligent list of people who are most likely going to buy your product. So you must now know how to sell to them. Okay, the last on the sales tools that I want to mention is your mind. Sales starts from your mind. You can never sell any product that you have not sold in your mind. The sales is made here and the defeat happens here. So several times you will have self-doubt. Is he going to buy? If I send the email, will he buy? Just like the day I sent that DM to the man that I mentioned earlier that paid me over $1 million. Sent a message on Facebook. That DM must that it happens in your mind. So one thing I always use to conquer my mind is the worst that can happen is for the person to say it will be the end of my life. If the person says, in fact, if the person ignores me, that will be the end of my life. All right. So it happens here in the mind. You must conquer the fear that exists in your mind. I have several stories that I can tell to buttress this point, but because of time, let me cut down on the stories. So moving ahead, let's look a little bit at the sales process. There's a process to selling, closing,
Okay, TK,
which
we're
is
having a little
the
challenge
point
with
at
your
which
hello, hello, TK,
money is exchanged for value. It's
hello,
just
TK.
one
Can you
of
hear
the
me?
processes in the
TK, can you hear me?
one of the steps in the sales process. But
Okay, TK, hello.
yes, there you go. Yes,
Okay, so we're losing connect with your voice, so I would like to take you on a quick break.
I can hear
Um,
you.
then I'll bring you back up. I'll take you off the stream. I'll bring you back up, and then we'll continue from the sales process. Is that
Okay, no
okay?
problem.
All right, so I'll
Okay.
take you off the
All
stream.
right.
I'd like you to go off and come back on so that would gain. All right, so Tiki has been sharing with us on the sales process, what he's selling. He told us a lot of things. His sales starts from the mind, and there's a difference between the fans of your product and the customers of your product. Those are some of the highlights of what he said. Difference between fans and customers of product. I think those are fantastic things that TK said on this part of the program. So when he comes back, he's going to start the whole sales process again. I'm going to allow him time to start the whole sales process. Let him just have a cup of water and refresh himself while we're going. But just in case you're watching this now, I'd like you to share this stream to your contact, and also if you are not already following me on Facebook and on YouTube, where we are doing this simulcast right now, you can quickly follow me at Segun Manuel. Segun Manuel is my handle on Facebook. That's my Facebook page, and also on YouTube. My channel is at Segun Manuel. If you go right there, you would see this broadcast and many others that we already have, and many others that we will be having right here in conversations with Segun Manuel. Yesterday we had a fantastic guy join us. Also tomorrow we have somebody else programmed. Sunday we're doing this for the next 30 days straight. We'll be having guests coming in from all over the world, all over the world. I can assure you that people will be coming in from everywhere. We have all of them lined up to give us conversations, like we said, with me. All right, so I'm waiting for Treasure to come back. Once Treasure comes back, we would go up now. All right, for those who are watching right now, just in case you're watching, um, I have a free gift for you. If you go to, let me put it here. Let me put it right here, just in case you're watching. Just a minute. Let me put a new banner up. Go here, bit.ly dot sm sm20. Okay. So if you go this link that I'm going to put up now, um, you can get a free gift right here. bit.ly. Oh, sorry, I need to correct that. Um, it's bit.ly. Let me correct that right now. bit.ly. Right, so if you go to that link, you would get a free gift while we wait for our guests to come up. Follow exactly the way it is there, bit.ly slash SM2020 gift, and you will get a free gift from me. I'm waiting for my guests to come up. All right, Treasure is back on. I'm bringing him back on right now, Treasure. Thank you, bro. I see you're sweating a lot. You're dishing out so much knowledge that you're sweating. All right, so
It's
I would allow
okay.
you go on with the sales process. We have just a few minutes left. Quickly, in another 5 minutes, run us through what the sales process is. Then also quickly go ahead with how can we sell in this post-COVID era. Over to you, TK.
All right. I guess you can hear me clearly.
Fantastic. We can hear you loud and clear.
All right. So the sales process involves 7 steps. The first step is prospecting. Prospecting uh, is the process where you gather potential customers. Okay, where you reach out to potential customers. All right, where you gather people that are most likely going to buy from you. Then we have building rapport, building rapport, getting them to know you, to like you, and to trust you. And then we have booking of appointment. There are some product that you have to book an appointment, and that appointment could just be when you have to talk to the person, when you have to have that chat with the person. And then you have, during the appointment, you now have the product presentation. This is the 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 point where you present your product, where you sell the value, your value proposition. Then we have answering of objections. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, TK, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yes, TK, I can hear you loud and clear. Okay, so objections are the reasons customers will likely give for not wanting to buy your product immediately, and most and generally, it is either about price, about convenience, or about timing. Okay, so but objections are also indications that a prospect is interested in your product. So whenever a prospect is giving objections, it should not be a turn off to you, rather it should be a signal that the person is interested in your product. So once you can clear off the objections, the sale is most likely going to take place. Then we have closing. Closing is the point at which the buyer finally commits, finally exchanges money for the value that you bring to the table. Now, a lot of salespeople, a lot of business people, they end it at closing. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Yes, TK, we just, I think he's having some challenges over at his end, but he was saying objections. He said something about objections now. He said objections are, I think I got that somewhere. Objections are positive signals that a buyer would buy at the end of the day. TK, if you can hear me, I would like you to, um, put up a message to me. I don't know what the challenge is at his end, but I can't seem to hear him anymore. Let me see if he's okay. I'm trying to check on him. Hopefully, he should be back anytime now. He's off, but I hope that he'll be able to come back on today's episode. So just give me a minute. We'll go on a quick break and we'll be back soon. Just a minute. My name is Segun. I'm a business coach, a trainer, and also a motivational speaker. I want to encourage you to subscribe to this channel here or here to get more interesting teachings and trainings as it relates to entrepreneurship in Nigeria, in Africa, anything business, entrepreneurship, public speaking is my forte. And so subscribe here or here to get more trainings on that in Nigeria. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also click on the notification button. Fantastic. So TK was telling us that objections are positive signals that a buyer would buy if you can clear those objections. So I would say that if you watch to this episode, there must have been something that you have learned. There must have been something that came up. I'm going to go around some of the things he said again, at least the ones I can grasp. He told us that sales starts from your mind, that the sales game is a mind game, and that if you must sell, um, you must start in your mind. You must win the battle in your mind. You must make the sales in your mind first before you can make it physically. Also, he said there's a difference between the fans of your product and the customers of your product. That's some of the things TK said. I'm trying to bring him back on. I hope that he's there. Once we can get him back, he has a few minutes to wrap up. TK,
I'm trying
welcome
to
back. I
bring
hope all is well.
him back on. I hope that
I'm here.
once we can get him back,
He has a few minutes to wrap up. TK, welcome back. I hope all is well.
all is well. I just
Okay.
went off. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you. So you were talking about
Can you hear
close.
me?
Yes, you were talking about closing the
So
sale.
you were talking about close. Yes, you were talking about closing the sale.
So let's quickly wrap that closing
Okay,
the sale
so
up. Then we'll
let's
go
quickly wrap
to
that
how
closing
do
the
we
sale
sell
up. Then we'll go
innovatively
to
in this
how
period
do we
quickly
sell
because we don't have time.
innovatively in this period quickly because we don't have time. Okay, so I said a lot of sales and business people, they usually end at closing. But if you are ending your sales process at closing, you are leaving a lot of money on the table. You must go a step further to getting referrals. Once a client is satisfied with the value that you have delivered to him, always ask for referral or make a resale. A resale can come in form of upselling or at a higher product, at a higher price. Okay, that is upselling. While cross-selling is helping the prospect buy a complementary product. So, for example, if somebody buys a fridge, a stabilizer is a complementary product. That is cross-selling. So let's quickly go to selling in post-COVID. Number one, you must realize that you will still be selling to human beings. So you must understand, you must perfect human relationship management. You must master the art of winning people's hearts. A lot of people in the business world, they engage in what I call the transactional paradigm. What is transactional paradigm? It is simply put, it is saying the relationship that you and I have just because we have a business. It's because of this business. That's why we have anything to do together. So for such people who operate the transactional paradigm, once the sale process has ended, they don't have any business with business is business, and that is all. No, if you want to win the heart of people, you must progress to what I call the relationship paradigm. So you must build relationship. For example, this COVID era, I've taken time to reach out to all my clients. To some of them, I even had to pray with them, advise them on their businesses. That is winning the heart. And I see the impact of this. For example, a few days ago, a client has been owing me sent me the payment that she has been owing me, and then she added an extra money on top. And I was telling her that, are you overpaid? She said, I know that the extra on top is just to encourage me to hold on and to let me know that everything will be okay because I've been a very good service provider to her. That can only happen because I have perfected the art of relationship building. So you must understand that. Then, number two, you must observe the market for trends. Observe the market for trends because post COVID, taste is going to change. Customer taste are going to change. The market taste is going to change. So you may need to tweak your product. You may need to adjust certain parameters in the way you deliver your services. If you decide to just stick to what you have always been used to, you may be shortchanging yourself. So you must understand that the market taste is going to change and is changing already. Customers' tastes are going to change and they are changing already. For example, if you run a food business, you may need to start looking at uh, the process of delivering food doorsteps. People may no longer have the time to come and eat at your restaurant. People may no longer have the time to come to you. You must devise a mechanism to go to them. You must devise a mechanism to deliver at their doorstep. So you must put these things in perspective.
TK, I think a typical example that we must not miss in this point you made just now is the point of a co-hotel. Somebody told me about how right now they do laundry, they advertise for takeouts and all the others, rather than the luxury hotel they were known for before COVID. Now they are doing laundry and they are delivering food and they're delivering snacks to people's homes. That's a good example to buttress that point you just made.
Exactly. I saw that online some days ago. So everybody has to make adjustments. So don't say this is how my business has always been. You must have to adjust. All right. Then number three, speed in delivery is a must. In fact, we've been hearing of the word speed, but let me tell you, speed in delivery is going to be is going to be like the new religion of selling in post-COVID. So if you are the one that if they give you a job to deliver, maybe you are a web designer, a graphic designer, whatever service you provide, and you lag behind, listen, your competitor who has mastered the art of speed will just be right there to take those customers from you. So you must work on your speed. Post-COVID era is going to run on supersonic speed. Everything is going to go fast, 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 fast. So there will be, in fact, like one of my mentors used to say, said in the business world, it's not the biggest that swallow the smallest, rather it is the fastest that eats up the slowest. All right, then number four, you must embrace technology. Technology is no more an option. The excuse of I'm not a techie person is no more a valid excuse. You must have basic ideas of what tech is all about. How can you go live on Facebook? How can you go live on Instagram? How can you sell with Facebook? How can you sell with
I will
Instagram?
jump in here again,
Jump in here
TK,
again, TK,
because this is
Yeah.
an
because
example
this
of
is an example of
embracing technology. What
embracing
we're doing
technology.
right
What we're
now.
doing right now.
Facebook didn't
Absolutely.
start
Facebook
this
didn't
until
start
about two,
this
three
until
days
about two,
ago,
3 days
but I'd
ago,
already started
but I'd
doing
already
this where
started
I could
doing this
bring
where I could
people,
bring
four,
people,
five, six
four,
people
five,
on
six people
online,
on
all of
online,
us in the same
all of us
place,
in the same place,
and having this
and having
conversation
this
clean and
conversation
clear,
clean and clear,
simulcasting on
simulcasting
Facebook
on
and
Facebook
on
and
and on YouTube.
YouTube.
YouTube. Yes.
I'm not a techie
I'm not a
person, but
techie
I'm doing all
person,
of
but
this.
I'm doing all of
This
this.
could
This
easily
could
be said
easily
to be a
be
TV
said to be a
station right
TV
now,
station right now,
Of course.
just by
just by
mastering an app, and
mastering an
this is
app, and
happening.
this is
I just
happening.
wanted to throw
Yes.
I
that
just
in
wanted to
as an
throw that in as
example.
an
Yes.
example.
Yes. So it's a
Mm.
must, but
Mm.
there are some people who may not have the time to implement. That is where people like us come in. Okay. I run a digital media firm, and for those who don't have the time, you can get people to do it for you. Okay. So I run a digital media firm, and these are some of the things that we help people to do. The most important thing is that it is done by someone else. That it is done is the most important thing. So you must embrace technology. You must automate your processes. Move from manual to automation. Okay, ask yourself every day for everything you do in your business, every product you sell, every service you deliver. Ask yourself, how can this process be automated? How can this thing run without me being there at every point in time to deliver it? All right, this brings me to the last point for selling post COVID. Number 4 point, by the way, is embrace technology. Okay, embrace
Okay.
technology, because technology is no more an option, it is a must. All right, that is point number four. Then, lastly, point number five is build systems and structures. The time to run your business as a hustler is over. Don't become a hustlepreneur, rather become an entrepreneur. Okay, an entrepreneur. All right, so embrace systems, embrace structures. Those are the things that make you a smart business person. Don't be like Esau in the Bible, who everything he sees the bushmeat, he has to run into the bush. What he always went into the bush to look for, Jacob had at the backyard. Simple systems and structure. Okay, what is a system? A system is simply anything that helps you to deliver your goods and services seamlessly. Somebody, I saw an acronym by someone for the word system, and I'll give it right here. System. SYSTEM. What is system? Simply something that saves you stress, time, energy, money. All right.
I like that. Saves you stress, time, energy, and money.
Yeah. Excuse me.
I like that. Saves you.
Very powerful. A minute, please. Yes.
All right. So TK needs a minute. Let's give him a minute. and he'll be back with us soon. Somebody's conversing with him right there. But he said we should build systems, and that system is saves you money, time, and
System
money
saves you money, time, and
saves
Let me
you
say that again.
saves you stress,
saves you stress,
stress,
Yeah, time
time,
time,
energy, and money.
energy, and
and
money.
money. Yes,
I
that's
got
what
it
the
right.
system
I got
is.
it right.
Yeah, anything that saves you stress so that you don't wear yourself out. Okay,
Yes,
saves you time, saves you energy,
energy,
saves you money.
Energy,
Yeah,
money.
that's the
Good,
system.
good,
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. I
So
got
in the
that by the
so
way.
in the
Yeah, from my friend Dio Samuel. Yeah.
wow. So
wow.
in the
So
post-COVID
in the
world, we
post-COVID
must
world, we must
now
now
build systems
build
and
systems and
not just hustling
not
every day,
just
but in the
hustling
midst of
every
all
day,
the
but
Yes.
hustle,
in the midst of all
we
the
must
hustle,
build
we must build
systems. Thank you, thank you,
systems.
thank you,
Thank you,
TK,
thank you.
for
Thank you,
uh,
TK, for
the ideas you have shared with us.
the
But you were
ideas
talking
you have
about
shared
you
with us.
being
But you were talking
a
about you
digital
being
marketer now. I know there's a whole lot of sides to you. I know you are into digital marketing. You build websites and all. You do fun. I saw your website right now. If you could give me the link, I will put it up so that people can check it out. Fantastic, responsive website. Tell the people watching much about what you do and how they can reach you in the last minute. We're over our
in the
time.
last minute. We have our time.
Okay. First and foremost, I'm a sales and marketing expert. So I train corporate organizations, banks, insurance companies, pharmaceutical companies on sales and marketing. I have done that with some of the big names that you know about. Okay. Also, I do one on one coaching. So if you want me to work with you to implement your sales processes to help you sell better, you can reach out to me. All right. Then also, I run a digital media agency where we do all this techy stuff that we've been mentioning. So, website design, mobile app design, social media marketing, learning, management systems, anything techy. You can talk to us and we'll be right there for you. My personal
If you
website is
Yes,
Yes.
mention your
yeah,
website again.
Mention your website.
my personal website is treasurekalu.com. Treasure. Then Kalu is Kalu. You can put it up on the screen.
Yes, I'm doing that.
Treasurekalu.com.
Yes, I'm doing that.
Yeah. Then if you want to see what we do for although I must say that my website, I'm the one building it. I've been building it during the lockdown. It's maybe 90% complete, so it's not 100% but it is good to go. You can visit it. There are um, things you will benefit from. There are even products you can buy right now from the website in Naira, in dollar, in Bitcoin. Is all there. Okay, so visit and bookmark it because a lot of value will be reaching you through the website. Then also the website of my digital media firm is tumukumedia.com. Tumuku
That
Media.
one is
That one
T
tongues.
is tongues.
is an African concept, so we wanted it to sound African. Okay, so we didn't want to make it sound too oyiboish.
You could
It's
have
from
given it
You
Simba
Africa.
could have given
or
it Simba or
Mufasa.
Mufasa.
It's from Africa to the rest of the world, and thank God, in Tumuku Media, we have served clients in the UK, in the US, in Ghana, in South Africa. So we are not doing badly actually. The spelling is Tumuku. Tumuku.
I'm sure
I'm
there'll be a
sure.
Tumuku.
link
I'm sure
to
there'll be a
that
link to that
website on
website on
your personal website that
your
can take
personal
them to
website that can
Tumuku
take
Yes,
them to
Media
Tumuku
to do
Media
all. So if they
yes.
to do
visit
all. So if they visit
treasurekalu.com, it'll be very
treasurekalu.com,
easy
it'll
to
be
get
very
to
easy to
all the
get
other.
to all
Yes,
the
All
other.
right, thank
yes.
you
All right.
very
Thank you
much, Treasure.
very
You've
much,
shared
Treasure. You've
so much
shared
value
so
with
much
us today.
value with us today.
Thank you, thank you. We truly appreciate
Thank you.
you.
We
For
truly
those
appreciate you. For
watching,
those
if you have
watching,
questions, you
if you
could
have
put it on the
questions, you could
stream.
put it on the
Treasure
stream.
would see it. I would see it. He would definitely come back and answer. If he doesn't answer, I will. If it's something I can find an answer to, I would, definitely answer that question. Treasure, thank you for coming. We truly appreciate you. We look forward to having you some other time very soon when we call on you. Say us well
Thank
to
you
your
so
wife
much.
and kids.
Thank you so much. Thank you for
You know
having me.
you.
And thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining. Stay safe. God bless you.
All right, bro. Thank you. Thank you. So that's been Treasure Kalu. I'm sure you enjoyed today's episode of Conversations with Segun. The conversation doesn't end, it continues tomorrow. I have a lawyer who works with startups. So everything legal that you need to know as a startup person, we'll be talking about that tomorrow here on the program. And I don't want you to miss that. That will be tomorrow 12:30. Bookmark it, screenshot it, keep it, do whatever you need to do, put in your diary. 12:30 every day for the next 30 days. Conversations with Shegun will come on and we'll be sharing ideas with exciting, brilliant minds that you can use. Thank you for watching. My name is Shegun Manuel, and I see you tomorrow. Whatever it is you're watching, you can like, you can share with your contacts, and we will make this bigger and better. Ciao.